Now, who would have thought Now That's TV's The Riot would have been some great television? They brought the streets to MMA. Now, that's a cold combination. Now, let's talk about Ivory versus Iyana. And golly, sheesh, look at Ivory. Looking like a thick bowl of oatmeal. Now, we've been hearing Ivory in the background. Now it's time to see her get up in the field. Now, when I first saw the matchup, I said, damn, Ivory's kind of big. And then I seen Iyana, I said, oh, she kind of cut, very muscular. I said, oh, this is going to be a good matchup. And they don't like each other. Now, I will admit, Iyana did tag Ivory with the hands. She was giving out combinations. But Ivory, she made some adjustments in that fight. She kept getting in, smothering the punches of Iyana, and commenced to trying to wrestle Iyana. And that's when you seen Iyana slam Ivory. She was not with the shits. I kind of hate how Iyana kept getting out of the ring because it gave Ivory a way out. My wife was saying Ivory kept pulling the shirts and pulling hair and, all of that. So maybe that was the reason why Iyana kept getting out of the ring. She felt like, let's just go hands. But this is MMA. Anything goes. So I'm gonna give it since to me it didn't finish. I'm gonna give it to Iyana, but I believe that they need to get a smooth rematch because Ivory was closing that distance and getting hers in too, So I feel like if Iyana would have stayed in there, Ivory could have possibly won off of the grappling. You could tell Iyana didn't want none of that with the grappling, even though she did slam Ivory. I feel like Iyana was kind of getting tired, and Ivory still had that energy to go another round. But I say all that, and I still believe Iyana won just because she was piecing up Ivory. She was piecing up Ivory. But Ivory, she was hanging in there. She was, closing that distance, making proper adjustments. And eventually I could see Ivory, making it a tie at least. But yeah, Iyana did piece her up with like an 8-piece combination in the beginning of the fight. Now That's TV, keep it up, because y'all got something here. I like how they come out with their little music, talking their shit on the walkout. I have to give Now That's TV their props for pushing the boundaries and coming with something different. This is what we needed. So salute to Now That's TV. Salute to Kilo Sway. Salute to Isaiah. He don't get enough credit. Salute to the Now That's TV girls. Y'all really putting on a show for us. Now, as I evaluate this video, I would feel like I'm doing a disservice by not giving Iyana her full props. Now, she did super slam Ivory and it was beautiful. I have to admit, that slam was a beautiful slam. Slammed Ivory all on her ass. So we're gonna give credit where credit is due. That was a super slam. Mixed in with them hands that she was giving Ivory, yeah, we definitely want to see her again. Bring her back for sure. She stood on business. I just don't like how she kept getting out of the ring. And then, as you can see, Ivory was like, come back, come back. And then when she didn't come back, it made Ivory basically leave. Call me the winner. She quitting. Listen, man, let her go gather her she didn't think 3 rounds. You feel me? She didn't know that it was, I feel like she didn't understand that it was going to be 3 rounds. And mentally, she wasn't prepared for 3 rounds. Ivory is like a pit bull. She was ready to go all 3 rounds. And I think that's where it gets kind of blurred, I'm calling for a rematch, most definitely. But once again, now that's TV, y'all did that. Salute.